One of our last assignments dealing with these linear equations in different forms. Actually, this is the first assignment of the third quarter. So the objective here is pretty simple. We are going to change equations that are in point-slope form into slope-intercept form. And it's only 2 steps. And then the last example I'll show you is 3 steps, and I'll show you why. But first, if I need to change this equation into this form, the first thing I need to do is get rid of the parentheses, and we do that by the distributive property. So negative 3 times x, watch your negatives and positives, is negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 4. See, look on the left of each one of those. That's positive 12. So the y plus 6 just comes down. Okay, now let's take a look at this. It's really close to slope-intercept form. I have the y all by itself. Well, it's not by itself. The 6 is there, but I mean there's no coefficient. That's what I meant. The y is on the left. The x is on the right side of the equal sign where it should be. All I have to do is cancel this number here. It's a plus 6, so I'm going to do minus 6. Now, where do you think I should write minus 6? Under the negative 3x or under the 12? Well, let's see. 6 is a number. I think I'll write it under the number. Okay, so that's the thinking behind this. And I just do the math here now. I bring down y. Look, y equals, see? And negative 3x, I didn't do anything to that. That just stays negative 3x. And here, I'll just combine those numbers into a positive 6. And I'm done. And this is how the work should look on the assignment. Show that you distributed, then you get your answer. Okay, now I know on this when you see a fraction, well here, I'll just bring down the y minus 1 first. 4/5 times x is just 4/5 x. No worries. Now, 4/5 times 5. Now, I made this work on the assignment, so watch. See how that denominator is a 5, and that's a 5? When you multiply, they're going to cancel, and you're going to end up with 4, the numerator. Okay, off to the side, I could show you, but if I did 4/5 times 5, I put that over 1, you can see these 5s cancel. That's how I'm ending up with this 4. Okay, so you don't have to do anything with the fractions. It'll work out. And I'm almost done. I need to get rid of the minus 1. I will do plus 1 on both sides. And I just draw that line to kind of separate my work here. Y comes down, 4/5 x, and the 4 plus 1 is 5. So this is my answer, an equation in slope-intercept form. As always, or usually anyway, I provide you an opportunity to try to, so you can pause the video and try them. And then I'll show you this last one. This is a separate example. That has nothing to do with these two. So give them a try, and the notes will soon be over. All right, well, I'm going to distribute. And I bring down the y minus 3. I'm going to show that I canceled the minus 3 by doing plus 3. And I'm done. Okay, these 3's cancel, and 35 plus 3 is that 38 right there. So point-slope form to slope-intercept form. These are really the same equations, everyone. They're just in different forms. They graph the same line. And this example, y plus 6, 2/3 times x is 2/3 x. 2/3 times 3 is 2. And do the canceling there, minus 6 on both sides. Y equals 2/3 x. And when I combine these two numbers here, I get negative 8. I just add them. Okay, now this last example is going to require 3 steps, 3 lines of work. First, you have to write the equation in point-slope form. Okay, so here's x1. We've already done this, you know. There's m. Y minus, and the formula for point-slope is at the top of the page here, the notes. I'll just write it right here. And remember, I'm replacing y1, m, and x1. Okay, so y1 is 6. Put the 6 there. M is the 3 that we were given. X is -2, but remember we had this conversation, minus -2 is the same as +2. Now it looks like the examples we just did where you have to distribute, cancel the 6 on the left, and we have our final answer. So a little bit longer, you just have to take this first step and write the equation. Okay, let me show you the assignment. The first 8, you just distribute and cancel the number on the left. Notice the fractions. The 5 will cancel with the 5, the 4 will cancel with the 4, and here again, the 5 will cancel with the 5. They'll work out just like the notes. And at the bottom, there are 4 where you have to write the equation in point slope form first. Notice I wrote over here, show 3 lines of work, just like I did on the notes. See? 1, 2, the third line is actually your answer. And then at the top it says show 2 lines of work, meaning these examples. 1, you wrote the work after you distributed, and 2, your final answer. Because if you wonder why sometimes on assignment you got a 7 or you got an 8, it's because you're not showing work or doing the assignment following directions. Well, hey, this video is under 7 minutes. Amazing. Well, if you have any questions, let me know.